parcel. Now, I haven't ordered anything, so I don't know what it is. And that's the only thing now stopping us from being complete on that job and getting paid. It's the couple in the room next to me were so noisy, it was untrue. I swear this property's I don't know, got some kind of bad omen or something. Honestly, I could have walked up there, it was that close to my house. Morning guys, it's Monday and welcome back to the Builder's Diary. So we're out this morning early, well say early, what the hell, I forgot to put my watch on. But yeah, just come to pick some paint up. Decorators are over at Baskerville Road, got to drop that off for them, then I've got to head over to Timothy Close just to give the lads a bit of info on what's happening with the drainage there. Ben's over at Blurton Road just trying to finish off that bit of skimming, although he does need a hand. There's a bit of a tricky bit that he wants me to help him with. This is how I keep getting pulled back on the tools. Could do with a plasterer really that works directly for us, but it's a case of needing to be able to drop in with the other trades when there's no plastering, so that's the bit that we always find a bit tricky. So, but yeah, and then from there I need to basically get back into the office. I've got a pile of stuff that I need to get done, so let's grab this paint now and I'll see you back in the office. So just got to Baskerville Road, dropped some paint off for the painter and just had a quick walk around. Like, honestly, I swear this property's fucking, I don't know, got some kind of bad omen or something. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess downstairs. It's not ready for the painter basically. Part of it's my fault because I told them not to carry on with the laminate flooring in case we needed to replace that water main, which, you know, having spoke to Martin and Bren, it seems like everything's working fine, so we don't have to. So they've come to start painting. Luckily all upstairs is ready for them, but downstairs there's still quite a few bits that just need finishing off and sorting, and there seems to be crap everywhere again after we've tidied this one out now fucking multiple times. So it's not solely the lads' fault because I keep pulling them off and putting them on customers' jobs. So at wherever they are at that point in time, it's getting left. So, you know, I'm saying get jobs finished, but I am kind of, you know, pulling them off halfway through finishing as well. So, which is not ideal, but got painters in there now that need to get finished. So, you know what I mean? They're only here for a week and a half, so I'm going to have to pull a couple lads off another job and get them here, get these downstairs bits sorted. And then, yeah, and then the painters can carry on. I'm away Wednesday, see, so it's not ideal. I'm down in Somerset down with Andy, Westcott. So, you know, he's part of the war rooms. We're meeting Chris and Alex and the rest of the lads down there for like a meet up. So that's going to take away from the week, but need to get that sorted. I am deliberating whether just to come on the tools tomorrow and come and do a bit here just to make sure that it's done. But that means all the stuff that's waiting for me in the office is not going to get done. So, what do you do? Let's go have a look, see where it's at. So as you can see, majority of the floors down in here, it's been protected, skirting boards on, what have you, but we've still got like bits of tools and stuff left over. Obviously our station, fire station, first aid station still in here, wants getting rid of. That door needs putting back on. In here, let's put some lights on. So the floor finishes there because I thought we might have to take a strip of that floorboard up or to get a water main through there, because the actual water main itself comes out there. So I thought we were going to come up the back garden and now through the back and then there. but I think we're sorted. So look at that, fine piece of art. So Ben and Martin done a right good job of that, haven't they? So neat as anything. So we are deliberating whether to put a stud wall up here and just a little door just to keep it away from the tenants. So kitchen's all fitted, but again cornice is missing off there, so it's little bits that are not finished. Sink's parked up, door hasn't been put back on. Not happy about them putting fucking stuff like that on my worktops. Wish they wouldn't do it. Flooring needs finishing in there. And then obviously again, flooring here, but skirting boards off the walls, so the painter, we do that because we want to put the skirting board on top of the flooring, just looks neater. But obviously painter can't paint unless skirting board's fitted. So luckily all upstairs is good. What do you think of this flooring? We're keeping that. Going to clean it up, put a nice threshold strip there. Make it look nice, that one. We're going to have to paint that door white just to give a bit more light in here. And then you might have thrown upon this, but we can't move the gas meter outside because we just physically haven't got enough room on that wall. Can't put a box in the floor because there isn't enough room because of where the bay finishes. So that is going to have to stay in, unfortunately. So we are going to have to basically box it in and form like a bedside cabinet, put ventilation in there. I followed the regs with it. It's perfectly fine to be in here, but we need to retain a key for this room, which we will do anyway for emergencies, just in case we need to isolate it. So saying here, danger do not use, so that's been condemned because initially when we come in here there was a slight leak on it, so that's now been sorted, so that can be removed once it's commissioned. So yeah, you know, the actual job itself is looking pretty good, you know what I mean? It's not far off done now, but there's just a load of little bits that need to be tidied up, and then the actual place itself wants a good tidy up, stuff getting made off over to our yard. Right, let's get over to the next one.
Right, babe. Nice bit of stud work all the way around, bit of patch doing. See, wait for Sal to come so we can put lengths on there, bit of brickwork. Aye. Oh, bro. Try and keep the sink in. Wait for brick to take this out. We can stand on it, get the parts going. All this getting ripped out.
At the office now, guys, and I have just had a knock on the door from the postwoman who's just given me this parcel. Now, I haven't ordered anything, so I don't know what it is, but I've just opened it. Have a quick look at that. So I've just opened the box, and then on the top there's a little note here, and it says, "Congrats on your new car, Rob, from Chris. Fresh approach." Bit ominous, that. So Chris is obviously one of the lads who gets on the war room. He's part of the group. I'm not sure whether I should be opening this on camera or not. Let's have a look. It's a mug. That's ace. No way. Tell you what, Chris, that's ace, mate. Thanks a lot. That's made me day, though, has. Little things, eh? Absolutely. Where did you get me a dress? That's a bit of a cause for concern there. No, I know where he's got it, but that's amazing. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Day morning, guys, and I have pretty much already been out and back. Basically, I forgot to take the camera with me, so I had to get over to Baskerville Road this morning. Got quite a few of the lads there, just trying to get it. There's quite a few bits that just need finishing, ready for the decorator. Decorator's already turned up. Luckily upstairs he's like pretty much finished, so he's been able to start up there. But downstairs there's flooring that needs to go down, a bit of skirting to go on, a couple of boxings, just bits and bobs that need to be done before the decorator gets in there. So I've kind of flooded it with lads. I've got quite a few. I think I've got about 5 lads there this morning. I meant to take the camera out with me, but just forgot. So I'm back in here now, currently eating me McDonald's breakfast, because I'm rushing around that much. It's not very often I do that. I've got to get quite a few bits done. I've also got a lad that's messaged me earlier on. He's going to come for an interview as well, possible new starter. And then later on I've got to head down to Somerset way, because we are at Andy Westcott's place tomorrow day, doing the meet up with the War Rooms guys. So Chris and Alex are down there tonight. I'm down there tonight as well. I'm going to stay over because it's like 3 hours. I don't really fancy getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah. So I've got quite a bit of stuff to actually get done before I can even think about getting in that car and driving down there. So yeah, just general admin, boring stuff, but still needs doing. So, and that's the stuff that generally moves the needle sometimes. So let's crack on with it. Back in the van. So
in a quarter of a mile,
just turn that down. So literally, just as I sat down to eat my McDonald's wrap, I had a quick look at my diary, and there's a job in there that I need to go and price at 10 o'clock, and it's literally 5 to 10 now. So obviously I didn't set the alert properly, so it doesn't warn me. Normally my phone beeps at me and tells me I've got a job to price. So just realised I've got to sort that out, and yeah, ate me wrap quickly as I normally do. Jump straight back in the van, and I'm back out again now. Just luckily this job is literally a stone throw from my office. So someone's enjoying themselves there in that car. So yeah, so back in the van again and over to a place called Clare Avenue, which is, like I say, it's literally just up the road. So that one looked like a really nice job, and honestly, I could have walked up there. It was that close to my house. So we've actually got some good old-fashioned drawings for this one. We have got PDF digital copies as well that were sent over, but we've got a full pack of drawings there. So one of the reasons why we do these visits, obviously, is to kind of create a little bit of trust and kind of speak to the customer themselves. But we also need to come round and look at things like drainage and services up the side of the house, because obviously we are going to have to build where all of those services are, so we need to have some kind of plan formulated in order to know where they're going to move to. So obviously we've got quite a big drop as well to the side of this property, so they've got a party wall agreement sorted out. Neighbour seems fine, but there's a drop, so we're going to have to work out some way of shoring that wall up while we're digging right next to it. So, but yeah, the services and stuff like that, they are a main concern, and obviously now I've seen them and I've got a video, I can work out what we're going to do, because obviously the drawings have got them on there, but they're just guessed. They haven't lifted manhole covers and had a look and kind of surveyed the drains. They've just literally guessed. So anyway, let's get back now to the office, tie up what we need to get tied up, and then at some time, probably about 3, maybe 4 o'clock, we need to get in that car and head down to Somerset. So we're now Car, and we're heading down to, I think it's Somerset way. Forget what it's called now, but it's a long drive, put it that way. It's about 3 hours. So, but I'm in the car, so I'm going to enjoy this drive, I think, providing nothing goes wrong. You've watched my videos, you know that stuff goes wrong, but we should be alright. But yeah, we're heading down now that way. I'm going to stay over in a hotel tonight. Chris and Alex are running late, so they said that they potentially could not get there for dinner, because we're going to get some food when we get there. And then we've got tomorrow where we're going to go around all of Westcott Construction's bits and bobs, what they're doing, all their sites, around their office and stuff like that. So looking forward to it. So let's get on the road, so we're not like in rush hour traffic. Morning guys, so it's Wednesday morning. I'm up, not that early to be honest. Obviously stayed in the Holiday Inn last night, and the couple in the room next to me were so fucking noisy, it was untrue, right till about 3 o'clock this morning, to the point where I actually got up out of bed and banged on the wall and told them to shut up. I am absolutely wrecked. It's really tired, but I'm up now. I've just got to drive over to Andy's, which is about, I don't know, about 15 miles away from here, and then away with the day with the Every Trade boys and the rest of the lads who are down here. There's a couple of lads missing. I think it's just because it's summer holidays and what have you, so be a shame really from not being here. But yeah, let's get around, go have a look at some of Westcott's jobs and see what the day's got to bring. Now arrived here at Westcott Son's. What a drive, but what a stunning place, obviously right down near the seaside. So Andy's going to show us around a few of his jobs, which I'm quite looking forward to because he does some really interesting stuff. All the lads are here, so let's see what today's got to offer. So arrived at the first job and it looks absolutely stunning. Just getting out of Alex's Range Rover. Have a look at this. Absolutely stunning job. We're just saying to Andy, he needs to capitalise on this. He needs to get it on YouTube because some of the detail in some of this work is phenomenal. So it's been a long time since I've seen a finish this good. Amazing, honestly. It's a shame you can't see the detail close up. This is the last job we come and look at. This is a block of flats. The last job that we actually looked at didn't really want to film, so I don't think the customer wanted us to either, so, but it was absolutely magnificent. So let's go have a look at this. So this is the last one we're going to look at, one of Andy's projects. This is a block of flats basically, it's an old commercial unit. And we're going to have a walk around now and then that'll be it for the day, and then it's a long drive home. So let's go have a look at this one. said about this one is when they're building the flats, when it's on a main road, they always use the last one as a storage. So they kind of work their way out. They finish the flats and then kind of work their way down to this one. You can see it's had a timbers replaced and stuff like that and stud walls put up, but they're using it as storage. So this will be the last one that they do. I think that's pretty good. I mean, I think we need to adopt that ourselves. These resilient bars here. So one thing I found is, because they're flats, the amount of fire eggs and soundproofing and all of that goes with it, just kind of, I think I'd actually spend months just learning all about that, you know what I mean? It's why I've kind of stayed away from the actual flats and prefer the smaller HMOs and the new builds and the extensions and stuff, but take my hat off to him, some of this works stunning. As you can guess, this one's not started yet. It's basically a derelict building, but it's something out of the movie Jumanji. So we've got trees growing. Honestly, it's absolutely wrecked. But I've just gone through some of the numbers on it, and it could be an absolutely outstanding project. So when I first come into the industry, this is how you advertised. And then you remember the yellow pages. Good morning guys, it is Thursday. I'm obviously back from Somerset, late night last night. Got back late, had to sort the rotor out, bits and bobs. Up this morning with the intention of being on site just to help Ben just do a bit of tricky skimming. That he's just struggling to feather in, but my idea was to just get some things tied up in the office and go out to him, but I feel terrible. I don't know what I've come down with. I don't know. Obviously we've had quite a few lads off over the last week or two just ill with some kind of bug or virus or something. I've not really been in contact with them, so I don't know whether it's, you know, I have seen them, but and I suppose I was out on site with him last week, so I feel terrible. So I've just had to phone Ben and say, Luke, might be a possibility I'm not going to come out today. So yeah, you might not see much more of me on this camera either. So I need to stop saying so. I was obviously with Chris from Every Trade yesterday down there in Somerset, and we both said, I've got to stop saying so. So I keep saying that as well. So I've just done it again. Basically, it's one of them reverting words that you revert back to when you're trying to think of what to say. A lot of people will say, I'm guilty of that as well. So, and yeah, you've got a camera in front of your face. You either think about what you're going to say before you say it, which in that case, it could turn out into a, you know what I mean? It could all turn out scripted and all sorts, which I really don't want. Or you could end up with these few pauses and these so's and and what have you. But yeah, I have been rough today. I haven't felt like doing anything. I have stayed in the office most of the day, but I've procrastinated a lot. I've just felt really unmotivated. Managed to send a couple of invoices, managed to do a bit of a quote. A few other little bits. I've got a to-do list there. I've managed to cross a few things off, so I'm not completely disappointed in myself today. I've managed to do something all day, a lot less than what I would normally do, but we have days like this, don't we? So I used to beat myself up about them. Still do a little bit, but I understand, you know, not everyone can perform 100%. 5-6 days a week for the rest of the life. We're going to have down days, we're going to have shit days, we're going to have days where we just don't feel like doing anything. So, yeah. We've got the war rooms with Chris and Alex and the rest of the lads who I spent most of yesterday with, to be honest, anyway. Later on tonight, and then I just won't get in bed. I'm knackered, but it's boiling hot, so yeah, that's not going to help, is it? But it's better than rain.
Did a bit of drainage today.
coming from underneath that window where the sink is. You have a manhole here. I've got to come down here. There's the next manhole. I'll just took up the turf, going to that big inspection chamber there. Just left the turf so we can put it back down.
Can't believe you're still digging that.
It's got to all go to 500.
Still digging that.
No, no, up to you, eh, pal?
Digging that for 3
Can't you,
days now.
Jimmy Neutron?
That's just what it's going to be, but can I just manipulate it in a way where I use the guys that I use all the time anyway, then just get me go and do some stuff. Like even, almost like for plastering coming up, just plastering rooms. I've got 3 or 4 really good plasterers, and I can literally call one of them now, can you come and plaster a room tomorrow? Even if they were busy, they'll come and do it after work. I wouldn't have to be there, I wouldn't have to do.
Morning guys, it is Friday and it's a warm one, as you can see by how I'm dressed. So this morning I'm still not feeling great, but there's stuff to do, you know what I mean? I know the lads have had time off sick, but I just physically can't afford to do it, so I'm up and about. I'm currently picking paint up for a decorator, which I know I shouldn't be doing, you know what I mean, but it's just a case of I've got lads on jobs, I've got lad off sick, I've got a lad on holiday, so my lads are, I'm low on lads, so I can't really divert them, get them pick it up because they're busy. So yeah, just drop this paint off, and then because our plasterer is just mega busy, he's working up in Durham somewhere at the minute, we've got this bit of skimming that Ben's struggling with on the stairs at Blurton Road, and that's the only thing now stopping us from being complete on that job and getting paid. So I'm going to go down there to him in a minute and just give him a hand doing that, and then yeah, back in the office. But after last night's war rooms, the topic was, what would you do differently if you had to start afresh again? And it got me thinking about the fact that, do I really need to start again to do anything differently? And I'm constantly evaluating the company anyway, and thinking, what should we be doing differently? What direction should we be going? What is my why? You know what I mean? My ultimate why is I want more time back. And I've got in with Chris and Alex to kind of grow the company. And after last night and quite a lot of researching on ChatGPT and stuff like that, and back and forth discussing it with ChatGPT, a little bit with Claude as well, I think my why of time, you know what I mean, being able to fuck off on my bike, being able to just sit and do nothing, you know what I mean, sit and watch fucking Netflix or whatever, or go on my camper van or something like that. I think that whole why is never going to be achieved by growing the company, because all I'm ever doing is making myself busier and busier and busier, unless I phase myself completely out of the company. And that means growing bigger than the 10-man model, which means we need more work. We need people in the office like estimators and project managers. And I'm not sure I want to get to that size after seeing Chris and Alex do it, you know what I mean? They are constantly running around, constantly, even though they've phased themselves out of the business. They've tried having project managers in, they've even tried spending 60, 70 grand and having really experienced guys in, and they're still crap. They don't run it how they want it to be run. So I am seriously considering about going back on site, because I know I can control that, not necessarily on the tools, just in a site manager capacity, kind of overseeing the site, because generally that's the model that always worked for me. I made more money, the jobs got done quicker, the quality control was there, the quality was a lot better because I was on site. And whether I just do 1 to 2 jobs instead of 5 to 6 jobs at a time, and I'm on site every day, and I just replace me in the office doing all of the shit admin, doing the coordination, you know what I mean, ordering the plasterboard, picking up the paint, just that kind of thing. I'm just wondering whether that has got legs. I'm not going to do what I normally do and go, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, let's do it, because I've just done that for 30 years. I've gone, you know, shiny penny syndrome, or, you know, flip-flopping and stuff like that. So I'm going to do some serious research and evaluate where we're at the minute, evaluate where I want to be, you know what I mean? And that why is important. You know what I mean? I always thought I wanted to be rich. I wanted the Porsche, which I've got now, you know what I mean? I wanted the to be honest, fancy stuff I don't really want. I'm not into it. It doesn't bother me, you know. I'll gladly have pie and mash over that fancy cordon bleu food, and that's just not me. So it's not who I am. So, and it's taken me years to realise that. You know, I've wanted the Rolex. Do I really want it? You know, it's just a fucking watch. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't wear it anyway, because I love how this thing tracks me sleep and me steps, and you know what I mean? If I go for a ride, it tracks that, so I probably wouldn't wear it. So, yeah, figuring out what I want, I think, is the key at the minute, and evaluating and researching how I do it more thoroughly is what I need to do. So anyway, I'm babbling, I'm going on, I've gone off on one. Like I say, I did a lot of looking into it last night, and I generally need to evaluate, I think. I need to speak to Chris and Alex. I know they've got their ideas of what works and what doesn't, but they love being busy. It's not for me no more, you know what I mean? I've done it for years, 30 years of chasing my own tail, and I want some time back now. I want to get up Wednesday and go, do you know what, I can't be arsed today, I'm going to stay in bed. That's what I want. So let's have a look at it when we get back, but meanwhile, let's get this paint and let's go sort that plastering out. And this is what's causing it. I'm fed up of running around like this, absolutely fed up of it. Just got to Baskerville Road now and dropped the paint off. Looking pretty good, to be fair. There's a few bips here, as you can see his van's there. He's just doing, there's a couple little bits of architrave that need ripping down, bit of boxing, just little bits that he needs to finish off, a little bit of flooring. So I've just said to him, stay here as long as you need to today, get it me all finished. You know, I want it so as the painter can finish. Once he's done, we can go in, we can fit the bathrooms. Bathroom should have already been fitted, to be honest. It's a bit backwards, but it's just how it's filed, you know what I mean? You can project manage and sequence till you're fucking blue in the face. Sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. So, but yeah, let's go have a quick look, see what's going on, eh? Let's have it. But yeah, quite pleased with it, considering it was an absolute wreck when we bought it. It was subsiding. I mean, it hadn't been touched since the 50s. Let's have a quick look. So decorators here, he's just getting all of this decorated now. Starting to look better upstairs. Got everything boxed in there now. Flooring's all down. Got some kind of protection down. This is a communal area. Again, skirting's all finished. Flooring's down. Quite like this. Cheap flooring from Howden's. End of the run. Oak. Looks alright. Looks quite nice, to be fair. Kitchen looks nice now. All finished. Let's finish it off. Don't forget to put that door on there, Beth.
Whoever's fitted that kitchen's done an awful job.
Whoever's what?
Whoever's fitted that kitchen's done an awful job.
Why would you say that?
Looks quite nice, doesn't it?
Thing?
Yeah.
Is that your first ever kitchen you fitted all by yourself?
All by myself, Robert.
So down here's all done. We've put some lines around these patches just because we wanted to know if they were growing. Not happy that they've used marker pen, should have used pencil, but yeah, kind of get why it's done. They are dried out now, so that's a good sign. Got Bren here as well, finishing off a bit of plumbing. Let's have a quick butcher's upstairs and then we'll get over to Ben. Dave the painter there, Luke. Says Dave, isn't it? Yeah. Thought it was your mate then for a minute. Yeah, all looking good in here. nice and clean, all white. And some messing strips on the floor there. You can go in once it's all been painted. Cheers, mate. The bedroom's looking good. So one thing you can't see any is, I love the smell of a freshly painted room. You've got a new paint. So just, you know what I mean, this place stunk of piss when we first bought it. So for it to get to this point now, it's good. Issue there, Luke. Obviously that's never been dealt with. We've got an old fireplace hearth there. They've boarded that, but we've still got gaps there. We're gonna have to sort that out. So we've got the en-suites, they're all parked up ready, so should be pretty straightforward. They're all whitewashed, so it's a case of putting shower in, toilet with a wash hand basin over the top, then just shower board, so it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, pleased with the progress, not far off now. Going to get to the point where we're going to need some carpets up here at some point, and then we can start looking at providers in order to get it rented out. To me at Blurton Road, and it's been a while since I've done some plastering. Can't you tell? I'm absolutely covered in it, Luke. So, but I've managed to do it. Have a look. I've still got it, Luke. I've still got it. Have a look at this. So it's literally just been put on, so it needs troweling out. So it's still got trowel lines in it. Have a closer look. So basically there's a massive hump there because this was a windy. So I've had to kind of feather it back from there. So it still wants troweling up, but I've managed to do it. So yeah, bloody warm though. Just need to get done here now. Tommy's just having a clean up. And trowel that up, get over to Timothy Close and let's have a look at this drainage where we're going to have a bit of an issue. And I'm done now, so this job is pretty much done for us. So all we've got left is that garage door there, but that's been doing by a subcontractor. So it's been ordered, it should be here within the next couple of weeks. So, but that doesn't hold us up at all, we're basically finished. So let's go and have a quick look at what we've done. So this one is a double storey side extension. We had problems with the foundations in this one, if you can remember. So downstairs here, just a small garage to keep his motorbike in. Fire door, obviously we've just fire foamed everything, it's a bit of a mess, just wants cutting back once it's all dried. Fire rated ceiling. Then they've got like a bit of a utility room that they're going to use. They're going to have kitchen units across there. So that's why we haven't plastered below there. New boiler, new consumer unit. Electrician's just got to come just to sort this out. So that was just his drag wire, he just needs to get rid of that. That's all been incorporated in the kitchen fitting, so it's having a unit over the whole of that lot. Don't ask about this bloody thing. I think that's too low, but he says he couldn't bend it to get it in because it's such a big cable. So, and then you've got access through to the back garden. So, not sure about the choice of brick, but it was chosen by the customer. It is the same brick, but it's just a different colour, I think. Got that little bit of black scalding in it, which hasn't got in the original brick. Not quite sure why they've got a couple of grey windows there and the rest are white, but customer's choice. Let's go have a quick look upstairs. So yeah, this has been pretty straightforward, to be honest. That door's binding, you have to get someone back, just take a bit off that. Intermission strips are quite sticking. Have a quick look in here. Just going to get some wipes on this front door. Actually, there's a few finger marks off the plaster there. Get that done. So as you can see, this carpet's coming up by the way. So I have just skimmed that. Managed to feather it in okay. Put the lights on. You can actually see it. All done. Ideally should have done the whole wall because there's a big hump there. because that was a window, so it's been like plastered down the reveal of the window, but it's been curved out there, so we've managed to do it. And then this is the big bedroom, so customers just decorating at the minute. So quite a decent sized bedroom, long thin galley, but decent size. So yeah, that's this one pretty much done. Like I said, I'm just going to wipe that door down. There's a few little bits that I'm probably going to do before I go. Garage door's due to be fitted. Job done. And I do believe it's just left as a Google review, so have a look at that in a minute. Hopefully it's a good one. But everything seems to have gone pretty smooth and plain sailing on this one, apart from the foundations when we originally got here, which we managed to get around okay. Right, let's get over now to Timothy Close, where all the lads have just gone, and just have a look up there. I've got an issue up there that we might need to speak to the customer about. Well, the issue over at Timothy Close actually turned out to be nothing, so got it sorted. Lads are well underway there. They've actually gone in this morning, Saturday this morning. Obviously I'm putting the video together. Just want to work weekends because we've had a bit of time off sick. Kind of want to make up the month by coming in weekends. Obviously they're not going to get their kind of weekend bonus because they haven't worked the full week. You know, that kind of rule is in place for a reason. So, but I've said to them, if you want to come in, fair enough, come in, still get your normal day's pay. I know it might seem a little bit tight, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? The rule's a rule, and if I don't stick to it, then other people start to take the piss. So, but yeah, they're cracking on today there. They're getting that drainage dug. We've now agreed with the building inspector that that can be done as part of a backdrop. So obviously you saw in previous video, 2 or 3 videos back, about how we had problems with the fact that the drainage was so deep. You know, it dropped off a metre, and then when you got down to the manhole, it was 2 metres deep to the bottom of the manhole. So, you know, we could potentially be digging kind of 3 metres down the side of someone's garage, which just wasn't plausible at all. We're not insured, to be honest. So, yeah, but all done and dusted. Everyone's now well underway with what they're doing. Blurton Road's pretty much finished. I need to send the invoice. It's just reminded me of that. Again, garage door will be done by the subcontractor. And yeah, over it and on to the next. We've got another garage conversion to start very soon, which should be a quick one because it's literally just an empty room for a bit of a music studio. So no kitchen or nothing like that. So pretty quick, in and out. We've got quite a few extensions booked in, so we'll move on to them. And we need to get the Winslow job finished, over the line, done and dusted, because we've waited so long now around the kitchen. There's no one been on there for about 3 weeks. So kitchen's now arrived. Problem we've got is our kitchen fitter Chris is off because his knee's swollen up like a balloon. And then this week he's got an holiday booked. So this is how it comes. These are the problems that you're constantly facing trying to move men around. You know what I mean? You can have the best men in the world, but you got to appreciate that people are going to have time off sick. You know what I mean? People are going to need time for holidays, and you can plan and you can schedule to the best of your ability, but shit goes wrong. So, and that's kind of the test of a good builder, whether they can move things around, whether they can cope with problems, and how they kind of react to them. So, right, let's get this video finished, edited and uploaded for you guys so you can watch it. And I'll see you lot a little bit later. If you want to watch last week's video, which you should do because they're all in a series and they make sense if you watch them from the beginning, go and have a look at that link. And if you want to subscribe, and I could do with you doing this, guys, because it makes the world of difference to the channel and it gives me a little bit of a push and want to actually put these videos out and take that off my missus when I'm in here all day Saturday doing it. Give us a follow there. I'll see you lot later.